Have you ever stopped to think for a moment about how much you're prepared to pay for a label on a pair of shoes? Hi, I'm Molly, and I'm here to tell you that branded shoes are not any better than non-branded shoes. I bet some of you are sitting there thinking, shoes, really? But trust me, there's a lot to know. I bet when I say, where are Converse and Nike made, most of you would answer, in America. I'll tell you why you think that. Because most photos, videos, and ads of Converse and Nike are made in America. Well, that's not the case. Converse and Nike are made in sweatshops. 7 years ago, the owners of Nike brought Converse. So that meant that Converse started to get made in sweatshops as well. What is a sweatshop? A sweatshop is a place where people get forced to work for a very little pay. People from the age of 5 work at sweatshops. In China, they get paid $2.52 an hour to work in a sweatshop. In Mexico, they get paid $3.47 an hour, and in Bangladesh, they get paid $4.98 an hour. And shockingly, in Vietnam, back in 1997, they got paid $1.60 a day to make Nike. So that meant they got $11.20 a week. So if you had a 4-person family, how would you pay for food and clothes? If you think about it, the company makes their money but pay their workers hardly anything, yet we still buy them. In developing countries, an estimated 250 million children aged 5 to 14 are forced to work in sweatshops. Now let's look at how you can save money on shoes. If you walked into a sports shop, for example, you would be looking at $80 plus for a pair of Nike or Converse. But if you brought non-branded shoes, you could pay less than $20. So you would be saving $60 or more. And you won't be paying for the company to pay their workers that have poor working conditions and get a low pay. Their working conditions at sweatshops are poor. They usually work 60 to 80 hours per week, and often the environment is not safe. Workers are harassed, intimidated, even forced to work overtime, and are made to work in dangerous and unhealthy environments, even when they're sick. Some people buy branded shoes because their friends peer pressure them by saying, you'll be cool and look cool if you wear these shoes, but they're not actually any better. Don't get me wrong, brands like Asics and Adidas are great, but otherwise you're putting workers through pain and stress. Not many non-branded shoes are made in sweatshops, according to usnews.com. I think our life should not revolve around branded shoes. They are not any better than non-branded shoes, and what the workers have to go through to make them is not good. Plus, you can buy shoes that look exactly the same, but don't have a logo on them. So next time you need a new pair of shoes, remember that in countries all over the world, they are paying their workers hardly enough money to put food on the table, and are making them work in unhealthy environments. And after all, why should we pay $80 or more for a pair of shoes if it costs far less than that to produce them? And the CEO of the business earns 212 times more than the average worker. That's not fair. Thank you.